They like.
What's up, y'all? This Relly all back with another video. Yes, son. Today we got to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers because unfortunately last night our Cavs did sell a little bit. They sold a whole lot of bit. And we got to talk about it. We got to talk about what happened and what they're going to have to improve on in order to make sure this doesn't happen again. But before we get into that, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed to my channel, share it to somebody who ain't subscribed because with y'all I know I can get there. And when y'all are done with that, I need you to hover over to the like button and smash that too so we can tell the YouTube algorithm to share this video with the world. And down in the comments below, let me know how my mic quality is because I would like to hear y'all input on how y'all feel about today's video. But like I said before, let's talk about the Cavs. Now, I would like to start off with last night's game before I even talk about the trade rumors, which would be down the video, so stay tuned. But yeah, I want to start with the game because I feel like we fumbled, right? A lot of people ask, what do I mean by that? Because a lot of people didn't know we was up like 14 or 15. It was like 14-15-0 in the first quarter. We was dominating really early, but unfortunately the Cleveland Cavaliers, after that second half of the first quarter, they let go of the gas, right? And they was just doing it quarter by quarter by quarter until the fourth quarter. They completely let go of the gas, and Detroit came back and they got a legitimate lead in return, right? Which is unfortunate because this goes back to the problem we've been talking about for a while in terms of closing and in terms of our experience, right? Now, this was a game we should not have lost. Let's put it like that because a lot of people may give the Cleveland Cavaliers excuses, which this game is not the game where we can give them excuse. Detroit is terrible. Detroit is a terrible team. And it's no reason why the Cleveland Cavaliers should not have been blowing out the Pistons. And the Cavs was showing it in the first quarter. I mean, when it was 14-15-0 in the first quarter, right? And then when you, on top of that, when you look at how we lost the lead, right? Because we was playing some very mediocre defense. We was letting them get a lot of threes. We was letting them get a lot of easy takes, and it was getting second chance baskets. You got to understand we have to stop that from happening. And then of course, I do not like I don't like doing this, but with Evan Mobley, man, those free throws got to get better. Like he was missing some very crucial free throws. And Evan Mobley, you're going to have to get better at that because you are a player that's going to be at the line often because you're down low typically. And a lot of players is going to have to foul you because you're just too strong, too big, too fast. You get what I'm saying? So you're going to have to improve on that because this game was detrimental, right? Because yes, we shouldn't even been in a situation where free throws would be that impactful. But when it came down to it, we needed you to hit those free throws, right? We needed players to make smart decisions, right? Like we had Jared Allen that was missing some mid-range jumpers. You know, see that play right there, he missed that. You get what I'm saying? Like it was just stuff we don't typically miss. We missed, and it was against a team we had no business even in this situation with. You get what I'm saying? And this is why I think that this is practice, they have to really look at film and ask themselves, was this the type of basketball we should be playing? And the obvious answer is no. And why y'all didn't tell me that I'm literally looking at the score, man? Like, yeah, so yeah, it was 15-0, and then, you know, we start playing sloppy and they start coming back when they should not have been coming back in the first quarter, right? And this is where the Cleveland Cavaliers once again has to get better at that because there's no reason why a team like Detroit should be creeping on y'all. Like it should not be a contest with this team, right? Like we witnessed y'all defeat the Knicks, defeat the Bucks, right? We seen y'all defeat above 500 teams, right? We seen y'all beat the Brooklyn Nets with Kyrie and James Harden. Why are you struggling with the Detroit Pistons, right? And I'm not trying to overblow it and be like, yeah, we got to blow it up, everything, trade everybody. No, we don't, right? This is a learning lesson for the young guys, but they got to understand that this should not happen. You get what I'm saying? Like, it should not happen, right? They're too good, too talented, too smart of players to allow themselves to lose to a team that's not good. They're not good. They're the worst team, one of the worst teams in the Eastern Conference. Now, of course, we have to talk about these trade rumors because a lot of people have probably been hearing the trade rumors regarding the Cleveland Cavaliers being linked to Dennis Schroeder, right? I have to ask, do y'all want Dennis Schroeder? Because honestly, I don't think that's a good decision for us. I do think Dennis Schroeder is a good player. Don't get me wrong. I just don't see the need for Dennis Schroeder, right? Because we got Rondo. We still have to make the decision depending on what we're going to do with Rubio. I guess that would be the one we would have to trade to get Schroeder, I'm assuming. And then we still got Collin Sexton. We still got Goodwin. So, we got a lot of guards that we have to ask ourselves what we're going to do with, right? So I don't necessarily understand what's the point of Dennis Schroeder when we have Rondo. You know what I mean? Now, maybe he'd be another good backup guard, but honestly, I just don't think that makes sense. I think we need another position other than a point guard. I think we need a forward, right? And obviously, like this picture here, we're more than likely gonna have to shop Rubio to get one of those deals, like all those trade rumors, like Dennis Schroeder and Karis LeVert, whoever, because he's the one that makes the money work. Him and Lauri Markkanen, right? And honestly, I just don't see them trading Lauri Markkanen right now, right? Can they do it? I believe so, but I don't think so, right? And a lot of that has to do with just how Kobe Altman is moving right now. I think he's moving to keep the young core and see how it grows. He wants to see how this develops. And I think a lot of people that would take Rubio is not really taking Rubio for Rubio, is really the picks that's being attached to it, because a lot of what I'm hearing is whoever trades for Rubio is just going to buy him out because since he's hurt this season, and just let him walk, let him recover, and then they're going to try to pick him up, see where he lasts in the off season. You get what I'm saying? And then, of course, I had to post this here so y'all know, like, Kobe Altman is very, very aggressive. Like, it's been rumored that for like a month or two, right, where Brian Windhorst, who is very, very strategic when it comes to Cavaliers or attached to the Cavaliers in Cleveland in general, he understands that he's been hearing that Kobe Altman has been aggressive. So honestly, I just don't see Kobe Altman at this state making a trade that doesn't make sense. But I do understand that whatever move he does make, it does have a long-term purpose. And I just do not think he's eyeing Dennis Schroeder. Right, I just do not see how it makes sense for us to eye Dennis Schroeder when we have the guards. We have too many guards actually now, and we still have to decide what we're doing with Collin, Rubio, Rondo, Goodwin, and etc. You get what I'm saying? So I just do not think it makes sense now to get a guard. But if we were to look for a small forward, I think that makes better sense for us right now. Now, this topic will be entertaining, right? And I say that and I laugh because usually when I talk about Collin Sexton, I get hit with some crazy feedback and pushback and criticism, right? Which is okay. And I encourage that on this channel. But today we have some good news, right? Because it's speculated and it's assumed the reason why we've been seeing Collin Sexton on the bench is because they are trying to see, Kobe Altman is trying to see if Collin Sexton could potentially play in the playoff with the Cavs. And honestly, a lot of people have been asking me, do I think this is something that could happen? And honestly, I think it is. I think this is something they're trying to pursue. And I really think if he is completely healthy, they will greenlight. Will they make it mandatory? No, I do think if he's not 100%, they're not going to put him on the floor. I don't think Kobe Altman is going to rush it. They shouldn't rush it. But I do believe if they get any sign that Collin Sexton can get out there and play, I think they're going to let him go out there and play because they want to make sure he can develop with the young core, right? You do not want to get in a situation similar to Boston when they had Kyrie, where when Kyrie went down and them young core of Jason Tatum and JB tasted the playoff, they just felt like they just didn't need Kyrie, right? Now, I know a lot of them would say that's not what happened, but from what we've seen and how it ended up, I think it's safe to say that's what happened. And I think Kobe Altman wants to make sure that in some way, in some capacity, Collin Sexton is in that core, in that environment, in that atmosphere, so they can all develop together and understand what this is going to mean for the Cleveland Cavaliers. But with all that being said, though, drop it down in the comments how y'all feel about today, about Collin, about Evan Mobley needing to shoot more free throws in last night's game. Let me know down in the comments, guys.
That's Atlantis with that money.